Yeah, they're IMing me, and all right, so there are some phone issues. They're going to try and dial in from a cell phone and at least be able to listen in.
Okay.
Okay, sorry, thank you.
No, we can give a minute. Do you want me to, we'll just wait until they
We'll just keep going. We'll
Okay.
just go ahead and keep going.
And I just made sure it's recording so that if we need to, we can pass that along to them. Okay, so again, so you go to the favorites list, and that's where all of your items will be loaded for the preferred list of items. And it'll be a little bit different because we've not loaded that just yet, so that will be coming. Once you're all set up, that will be there. So I do have the item numbers. Oops, sorry. That we need to order. So I'm going to just go over here and plug in item numbers. I know that David wanted the same tape dispenser that he ordered previously. You'll notice down here there's a C. That lets you know that that's one of your preferred items. That means it's on contract price for census. So if you come across an item that doesn't have that, that just means it's not part of the preferred list. I guess most of those or all of those will be accessible through your favorites list. So we know that he needs 2 of those. We're just going to change our quantity to 2. You'll see that there's an image and there's a description, so you can make sure that that is the right item that you're looking for. And we can add it right to our card. So now our card appears shows us that we have the 1 item in there. And then he also wanted to order a whiteboard, which is also on contract for you. So we'll put that item number in, and it pulls it up. You can get the image. You can make sure that it's the correct item. It is also on contract. You'll see the C, and he wants one of those. So we're going to be adding that to cart as well. So that's one way you can enter items. You can select them off your favorites list. I'll just pull up batteries so you can see what that is. And you can add them directly from here at cart, and it will show you how many you have in the cart. There's also a quick order screen. If you already have all of your item numbers and you don't want to bother with a list, you can go to quick order, and it will give you text fields, and you can enter in your text or your item numbers right through the text field, and it will pull up a description over here. And then once you have all of your items entered in, I'm not going to add to cart since they're already there, but I'm just going to show you. Once you have all of your items entered in and the quantities that you want them, you could go add to cart, and it will put them right into your cart from this screen for you. But I don't want to do that since they're already there, so I'm just going to delete them. Okay. When you're done entering all of your items, you just go to your cart to check out. You can make sure they're going to the correct place. So here we know that it's going to the Morrisville location. It tells us right here at the top. If we want to send something to a different location, we can choose it right under each item. So we can decide that this is now going to go to Davis Drive. We're going to click on that. It turns yellow to show you that it's adjusting and changing. And when it fades away, then you'll know that it is now ready and it has changed to Davis Drive. So you can take an entire cart and split it up however you want after the fact. You don't have to remember to do it at the beginning. I'm going to switch it back to Morrisville though, because it does need to go to Morrisville. And now it's changed back. Okay. So now I'm just going to go to checkout. I know that everything's the way that I want it. I'm going to hit checkout. I also could have hit save order. Let me go back and see if I can. Okay. I also could have clicked save order, and that'll just, I'm going to go ahead and do that. I can type a description, look at dispenser, and save it. And it shows up here that I do have one saved order. It highlights it for you so that it's noticeable. If I come back later, if I wanted to add something, I can do that. I click on saved order, and it pulls it right back up. I do have to move it. Thank you. So I go to move to cart, click on that, and it puts it right back into my cart again. I can merge two saved together. I can click on move to cart, and then if I had another saved order that I wanted to add to that cart as well, I could click on move to cart, and it'll ask me if I want them merged, and I say yes because I want it all as one order, and I can do that then. So now we're going to go to checkout, and it tells us here your order requires approval. Since we are a junior buyer, it goes right to the approval phase. The order will be submitted to Sherry Hinton. It tells us who our senior buyer is. We can check out to make sure it's got all the information we want. It's got the PO here. And then I'm going to place the order. Now at this point, like I said, it goes to Sherry. It does not come to Kennedy. It says the order has exceeded our limit because we have a 1 set limit right now so that Sherry sees every order. And it has been sent to Sherry for approval. So then we're all done. And we can also still look at it this way. So we can log out. And then I'm going to log you in. Sherry will have gotten an email. It tells you right there the email's been sent to her. She'll have received that email so she knows that there is an order out there that needs approval from her before it can go through. If for any reason Sherry is out or whoever your senior buyer is not in, if they're out of town, if they're on vacation, a lot of times clients will ask us to have Betty put the order through for them. So Betty Jones, as long as she has the username and password, can then go in, access those orders, and put them through if that's what you'd like her to do. So those arrangements can be made pretty easily. I'm going to log back in now with Sherry. I have her username. Did I lose somebody? Okay, and on her screen, when she logs in, notices right away this little green thing up top that says that there is an order pending approval. She already knows that because she's received the email, but she might get 4 of those in a day, and so she knows that she's got 1 order right now that needs approval. If she just clicks on that, it takes her to this approval or this order approval screen. Now she can look at this. If she expands it, she can see what's on the order. If she wants to check to make sure every item is on that contract list, she can see readily because it has the C's right here. She can see the total for it. And she can decide if she's going to approve that order or if she's going to not deny that order. She can also edit the order. Right here, she clicks on that. It will pull up the order for her. Down here, and she can change it, add new items. So if she wants to deny specific items, she can click on them, choose the select box, and then deny those items. She can change them to something else. When she chooses to deny an item, it will give her a comment box that she can type what the reason is. So if it needs to be substituted for a different item, she can say that, substituted with this item. And then she can go ahead and add the new item that she wants to substitute in. Okay. She can also see up top where it's going to, what the total is. She can change the PO number if need be. She can override the payment method if she would like. She can give specific instructions if she wants some instructions added in. And she can also access the order history for that location. Are there any questions so far?
Yeah, this is Phil from Uniontown.
Hi.
We have various departments up here that order, and like where you have the 004 Morrisville.
Mm-hmm.
Like say if I have 101 or 300 department for Uniontown, can I combine those orders all on one, or do those have to go in as separate orders?
You can put it in all as one order. Betty can answer this question better than I can.
You can actually, if you're placing the order and you can actually place that order all at the same time where she was in that quick order area, and you can choose the department that it actually goes to. And once that order is submitted, it splits that order out and then goes to the separate department.
Okay, so each of those departments would actually be charged then?
Yes.
Okay.
Does that answer your question?
Yes, it does.
Okay. Are there any other questions? I don't want to. Okay. All right. So at the end, once changes have been made, Sherry or whoever the senior buyer is, can approve the order. And an email goes back to the junior buyer letting him know that the order has been approved. And also, then it goes on through to the actual order. So now that has been ordered and will be delivered next day as long as it's in stock items.
Sarah, if, let's say, Sherry reduced the order to just one tape dispenser, so she approved one rather than two, would the message that goes back to the junior buyer notify them that only one has been, the order for only one tape dispenser has been placed?
Yes, it'll reflect any changes that have been made.
Whatever
it will
it is.
reflect
Okay.
if the order was denied.
Okay.
Yep.
This is Bill again. I have another question. So if I order from different department numbers like I'd asked you before, will they be marked as they come in the box, or?
Yeah, the items will ship directly to the department wherever the shipping is for that department. So this would go directly to Perimeter Park, and it wouldn't come to Sherry at all. So she wouldn't have to then split up orders.
Okay, like I have several departments in Uniontown.
Mm-hmm.
So it would be marked, it would just ship to that department.
Right.
That's correct.
Okay.
With that, does anybody have any other questions?
Yeah, is there a minimum order quantity, like $50, $100?
No, there's not. There's no minimum order. I mean, preferably, you know, it's better for you and for us, of course, if you order, you know, larger quantities, because it's shipping, of course, is a concern or a consideration.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome. But if there is something that you need and you need it and you only need, you know, one of it, that is certainly something that happens often, and there is no minimum order.
This is Marie, and it might just be a question in just, you know, a general question. Typically when we order something, we put a purchase order through our own system. That purchase order gets pushed through the system, and then the items are ordered. In this type of system, it almost looks like we have an open PO and we just use this system to order. Is that what I'm believing, or maybe someone else has to answer that question?
Right now they have a blank PO.
Okay.
It probably depends on how they prefer to do it.
Right. I think it can go location by location.
Mm-hmm.
Right now, Sherry they have a blanket PO for these locations, and so that can be applied to PO, or it can be, you know, a case-by-case basis. So as the order is placed, then it can be. It depends on how you would like it set up. But
I would have to the supply chain person at our location to find out how they want this set up.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's always a changeable thing. That's something, if it's not working the way that you have it set up, we can certainly change it to whatever does work.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I hope this was helpful. If you think of any questions that you haven't thought of now. I can give you my, I don't have all of your email addresses yet. I can maybe get those from Renee later. So I can send you my contact information, but it's just sclayton@kennedyoffice.com. So feel free to contact me, reach out if you need to know anything else, or if you need clarification on anything.
Sure, Sarah. I think what I'll ask is that if there's any additional questions or clarification, if you can just send me an email, and then I can reach out to Sarah and get those questions addressed for you.
Okay.
All in all, I will say this. I had never seen the Kennedy ordering system. It seems pretty intuitive and rather simple, not cumbersome like some that I've seen. And I think you addressed this, but just let me re-ask the question. So you would upload our load of 105 whatever, and we can always add as necessary, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and then if there's something that we need that's a special order or custom order, that's not within our list of 100, then we would just reach out to you directly?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. All right.
I have a question.
Any other? Oh, okay, there's one.
I have a quick question. You just mentioned for anything not on the 101 list, we have to call to place the order. We can't order it online. So if it's not on the list, then we need to order something.
That is a decision based through census, so that would have to be something that they could decide. It's accessible online. You could find those items online, and that's where the senior buyer really kind of comes into play. As long as that communication is there, they just need to know, because certainly there probably will be instances where there's something simple that's not on your core list that you would like, if it's, but that's something your senior buyer would have to approve.
So Amy, are you talking about if you go out to Kennedy's site and find the item and you have the item number and you know what it is, we could just still order it online, but then it would have to just be approved through the senior buyer, whoever that is, and it would just not have the yellow catalog symbol on it, right? It would just go through like that.
That's right.
But Sarah, we would call you if we couldn't find the item that we're looking for, and then you could address it and help us with
That's
that
right.
order,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm. Or if it's something that you're going to be ordering, a volume of, or you're going to be ordering consistently, going forward, that's something we can adjust your contract to reflect. We could add that to your contract so that you're still getting competitive pricing for it.
Okay, and Renee, I guess this is, maybe I can just ask the question offline. With regards to like senior buyer, is there going to be more than one senior buyer? If we're looking for something urgently and it just doesn't happen to be on the list, waiting for approval, somebody's not in the office, that's just my concern.
Oh yeah, we can talk about that. We can decide who that is and where those go, and delegate authority if we need to.
Okay.
Are there any other questions? Okay. Well, we appreciate the demonstration. Like I said, we're down to 2, so I will be in touch with you, Sarah, in the next day or so, and we'll go from there. And if we have any questions come in, like I said, if y'all can just email me the questions, and then I will make sure that they get funneled to Sarah for an answer and a response. And but we're keeping this process moving along, and so we'll have something finalized probably within the week.
Okay.
All right, well,
wonderful.
Thanks everyone for your time, and hope y'all have a good day. The rest of the day, this so far started off so good, so I appreciate it.
Good. Hopefully it won't rain.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, y'all.
Have a good day.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.